guests.
Danny Crane.
And Joe Bushkin.
Jack Dennis?
I'm sorry. Maybe a little later. Right now, I've got a date to play shuffleboard with Joe Bushkin.
Oh, drat.
Oh, Admiral.
Yes, miss.
You didn't happen to see Mr. Bushkin around, did you?
I don't know. What does he look like?
Oh, like a piano player. He's kind of pale and puny.
About this tall and needs a haircut?
Yeah, I guess so.
Nope, haven't seen him.
Thank you. Well, if you do, would you tell him I want him?
Whatever for?
Come out from behind that book, Joe Bushkin.
Blanket time. It's blanket time.
What are you doing? Improving your mind here?
No, dear, I'm just doing some eye exercises.
I see. Hey, there's a picture of one of our passengers in this magazine, Danny Crane.
What does he do? Danny Crane, what does he do?
He's a she.
He certainly is.
I think you've exercised your eyes enough. Now, how about building up the rest of that frail frame with some shuffleboard?
Perhaps later, dear, but right now I must send a cablegram.
Who to?
A friend of Brodie Murphy's, the composer who wrote Danny Boy. He goofed.
I just love that character. He's so much fun. What's that?
Sounds like it's coming from the lounge in there.
How glad the many laddies from millionaires to caddies would be to capture me. But you had such persistence, you wore down my resistance. I fell, and it was swell. You're my big and brave and handsome Romeo. How I won you, I shall never, never know. It's not that you're attractive, but oh, my heart grew active when you came into view. I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie, all the day and night time. Hear me sigh, I never had the least notion that I could fall with so much emotion. Could you could you care for a cunning cottage we could share? The world will pardon my mush because I've got a crush, my baby, on
Well, we head for a romantic penthouse high above the lights of New York City. A setting something like this. Far from the traffic noises down below, where a man can be alone with his thoughts and his music and his dream.
Why, it's Rosie and the
Hi.
boys. Hi. About how long have you kids been waiting out there?
Just about a chorus and a half, but we didn't have the heart to interrupt.
Joe, that sounded just wonderful.
And it didn't look bad either, did it?
What does he mean by that? I don't know.
Don't we know?
Of course. Danny and I could make wonderful mood albums together.
Why, Joseph, since when have you let thoughts of the fairer sex intrude upon your musical reveries?
Why, that's how I wrote this tune. Follow me.
I'm not the guy who cared about love and
He's not the guy who cared about fortunes and such.
I cared about much.
Oh, look at him now.
Oh, look at me now.
He never knew the technique of kissing.
I never knew the thrill I can get from your touch.
He never knew much.
Oh, look at me now.
Oh, look at him now.
I'm a new man, I'm better than Casanova at his best.
With a new heart, brand new start. He's so proud he's busting his vest.
I'm a lover, so I'm the guy who turned out a lover.
Yes, he's the guy who laughed at those blue diamond rings.
Just one of those things.
Oh, look at him now.
We're here to tell ya he's not the guy who cared about love. He's not the guy who cared about fortunes and such. Never cared much. Oh, look at him now. Oh, he never knew the technique of kissing. He never knew the thrill he could get from your touch. Never knew much. Oh, look at him now. I'm a new man, I'm better than Casanova at his best.
With a new heart, brand new start. He's so proud he's busting his best. He's a
So I'm the guy who turned out a lover.
Yes, he's the guy who laughed at that song till he cried.
Here comes the bride.
Oh, look at him now.
All right, baby, I'm back. Oh, look at him now.
Well, here we are again, all out of time and no place to go but home. Hi-Lo's, Nelson, thank you, fellas. Danny, thank you so much for playing hooky from the studio long enough to be with us.
I had a wonderful time.
Joe, you played up a storm as usual.
Thank you, Rosie, dear.
Good night, Rosemary.
Where you two off to?
Joe's sports car has a flat.
And the weightlifter here is going to hold it up for me while I change the tire. We're off. I can hardly wait.
Remind me never to play shuffleboard with that young lady. I hope you'll remember to be with us next time. Until then, good night, everyone.